Row 1. Text, Notepad window, text editor, editing, blank. Remember, this is not teaching man teacher. It is useful for recalling when exam coming man student. Just close eyes and listen. Based on G scheme for electronics engineering group. Subject, computer hardware and networking, 17,533. These are mostly important questions which is always repeat. Form top to end it reduce repeated changes. X question 1 is more important than 2 in notes. And note warning sign that this is not all chapter.
Computer Hardware and Networking Chapter 3. 1. C. Explain the preventive maintenance of printers, any 4.1 m each. 1. Clean the exterior of printer using soft cloth with mild organic solvent. 2. Do not place the printer near heat-generating machines such as heaters and furnaces. 3. Periodically, clean out dust, paper fragments, and dirt from its mechanism using soft brush. 4. Check that the paper feed path is free of obstructions, and clean paper feed path, platen, and ribbon path with soft cloth. 5. Check and clean the printer head and ink cartridge. 6. Denatured alcohol can be used for cleaning the inner parts, such as stepper motor, print heads, etc. 7. Test for the satisfactory print quality. 8. The mechanics of different printers vary with their types. So consult their manuals for their preventive maintenance. B. Explain keyboard, hard disk, mouse and scanner related problems. Any 2 problems explained, each carrying 1 mark. Keyboard problems. 1. During initialization, no keyboard error displayed, or complete non-operation of the keyboard. Keyboard failure message is displayed when booting. Solution: check the keyboard cable and ensure that it is connected properly into the PC connector. Reboot the system. Try with another compatible keyboard. 2. The keyboard completely dead. No keys appear to function at all. Solution: check with another good keyboard. Reboot system. Check the keyboard connector 4+5V supply. If still doesn't work, keyboard chip is at faulty. 3. Keyboard not functioning normal, some keys stuck or repeating. Solution: short or jammed key. Some paper clips or other objects creating short circuit. Clean the contacts and check. If keys are still not working, replace with old keys or replace keyboard assembly. Hard disk problems. 1. The hard disk is completely dead. Solution: make sure the hard disk supply and data connector connected properly. Check the Cmos setup for the recognition of the hard disk. Save Cmos setting and reboot. 2. System does not boot up. Solution: this can be either the boot sector failure or OS file corruption. Make sure the drive is connected properly. Check the Cmos settings. Boot from some other devices and check for the recognition of drive. 3. Can T read from C drive? Solution: check the disk using scan disk utility for bad sectors. It may also indicate viruses. Check for the antivirus utility. 4. Disk boot failure / non-system disk. Computer Hardware and Networking Chapter 3. 2. Solution: check the signal connector and make sure the data interface signal cables are inserted properly and completely at the drive and controller. Try with new cables. Check for Cmos setup. Mouse problems. 1. The mouse cursor appears, but it only moves erratically as the ball moves. Solution: check for the cable and connector for its proper connection. Check for the connector pins. 2. The screen cursor appears on the display, but it does not move solution. The above symptom shows that device driver is loaded properly and application program is communicating. Check the serial connection for bad communication. 3. The mouse works for a few minutes, then stops solution. This problem occurs in mechanical mouse, for the faulty mouse circuitry. 4. A single mouse click works, but double click doesn't solution. This problem is because the double click speed is set too high in the operating system. Change the properties of mouse and correct the same. Scanner problems. One, common scanner problems include the inability to scan and poor quality. Results. 2. Scanner S arm not moving, indicating the lock at the bottom of the scanner. Not unlocked. 3. Slower scanner can be made faster by increasing the RAM, so that swap file size is increased. 4. If the image is blurry or distorted, make sure the original document is placed firmly and cover is closed properly. 5. If the quality of the image scanned is poor, make sure the scanner and scanner software is set to the appropriate setting for the type of image being scanned. A. What do you understand by active preventive maintenance? 2M. Active preventive maintenance includes I. Regular cleaning of the system using cleaning tools and cleaning solutions. 2. Preventive maintenance of the system, which are either weekly or monthly. Weekly maintenance includes backup of important data, deleting temporary files, empty recycle bin, check for antivirus software updates, run defragmentation program. Monthly maintenance includes create a startup disk, check for updated drivers, OS updates, cleaning the drivers. Computer hardware and networking, Chapter 3. 3. C. What is passive maintenance? 2M. Passive preventive maintenance includes precautionary steps you can take to protect a system from the environment. This type of maintenance involves the protection of the system from the environment, such as using power protection devices, ensuring a clean, temperature-controlled environment, and preventing excessive vibration. It involves I. Protection from physical environment. 2. Protection from electrical environment, for e.g. using power protection devices, ensuring clean temperature-controlled environment, preventing excessive vibrations. B. What do you meant by post? Give solution for the following error indication. I. No beep. 2. Continuous beep, post 1M, for each error 1M, the PC has built in test programs which do their jobs as soon as the PC is powered on. This power on self-test, post, firmware is stored in ROM on the motherboard. This ROM occupies the place, address, from where the microprocessor starts instruction processing, after a power on reset or hardware manual reset. I. No beep, checking of power supply system board, or disconnected speaker. Two. Continuous beep, checking of power supply system board, keyboard. E. Explain how preventive maintenance of laser printer is performed. 3M. Since printer is partly mechanical, it requires more maintenance. 1. Clean the exterior of printer using soft cloth with mild organic solvent. 2. Do not place printer near heat-generating machines such as heater and furnaces. 3. Periodically, clean out dust, paper fragments, and dirt from its mechanism using soft brush. 4. Check that the paper feed path is free of obstruction, and clean paper feed path, platen, and ribbon path with soft cloth. 5. Check and clean the print head and ink cartridge. 6. Denatured alcohol can be used for cleaning the inner parts, such as stepper motor, printer head, etc. 7. Test for the satisfactory print quality. 8. The mechanics of different printers vary with their types, so consult their manual for their PM. Computer hardware and networking, Chapter 3. 4. 3. Explain the preventive maintenance of, for M1, mouse 2, CD-ROM drive ANS. 1. Mouse, Optical. 1. Ensure that nothing comes into contact with the optical sensor. 2. To clean an optical mouse, disconnect it from the computer, and simply wipe over the outside of the mouse, using a cloth dampened with isopropyl alcohol. The mouse can then be reconnected to the computer. B. Optomechanical, 2M1. A mouse ball will pick up dust from any surface it rolls over to. Keep the area where the mouse is used clean, dry and free of dust. 3. If the mouse is used with a mouse pad, keep the surface of the mouse pad clean. Occasionally wiping your mouse pad with a damp cloth will remove any buildup of dust. To inspect the mouse for dirt or damage, remove the mouse from the computer, and remove the ball access slide cover. 4. Check the ball for any signs of damage, such as pits, cracks or grooves, or distortion in the shape of the mouse ball. 5. If none, inspect the rollers inside the mouse for any sign of debris. 6. To clean the rollers, use a cotton swab or carefully use a small, flat-bladed screwdriver to scrape off the buildup. 7. Use a damp, lint-free cloth to clean the mouse ball. Make sure the ball is completely dry before reinserting it and replacing the cover. 2. CD-ROM drive. 1. Cleaning of the head. Use head cleaning diskettes for purposes. 2. Disk drive heads can also be manually cleaned using alcohol and foam swab wrapped in a lint-free material with immense care. 3. Carry out disk speed test and adjustments by test programs. 4. Disk drive alignment and tracking adjustment should be checked every year. 5. Use a canned gas duster to dust off the interior of the drive. 6. Use the silicone lubricant on whatever items that need lubrication. Computer Hardware and Networking Chapter 3. D. Right fault finding and troubleshooting procedure of 4M peripherals of PC. Note, any other peripherals may be also considered, ANS printer not printing at all. Check and make sure all connections going to and coming from the printer are firmly in place. Check that the printer is online. Print a test page. If that prints and the application you are using any two doesn't, contact the application's vendor for support. Peripherals. Turn off the printer for 10 seconds and turn it back on. Make a 2M each note of any error messages or flashing lights when the printer is turned back on. Reboot the computer. This generally solves most printing problems. If the printer is connected directly to another computer, try rebooting that computer. Try to uninstall and then reinstall the network printer. Keyboard not working. Computer Hardware and Networking Chapter 3. 6. Check if the keyboard is properly connected to the port. Check for any error by restarting the computer. Check whether the number lock and caps lock keys are functioning properly while the operating system is booting up. Check for the presence of a fuse in the +5 VDC supply and check it for continuity. Neither the older 5-pin DIN nor the 6-pin PS/2 mini DIN keyboards can be hot swapped. Disconnecting or plugging in a keyboard that has this type of fuse while power is on can cause the keyboard to fail. If the fuse is present, simply replace it with a fuse of the same type and rating. If still not working, replace with a new keyboard. Mouse. No mouse pointer on the screen to plug in a PS2 mouse. The computer must be turned off. Computers will not recognize a PS2 mouse if the computer is already turned on. For a USB or wireless mouse, plug it in with the computer turned on. If it is an optical mouse, 1. If the computer is turned on, turn over the mouse and verify its light is on. If the light is not on and it's a USB mouse, A. Unplug it and plug it back into the same USB port. If that doesn't work, then B. Unplug it and plug into another USB port on the same computer. If that doesn't work, then C. Swap the mouse with a USB mouse on another computer. If the mouse doesn't work on the other computer, then the mouse is defective and needs to be replaced. If no mouse works on the computer, then there is a problem with the computer too. If the mouse light is on but the pointer doesn't move, or the buttons don't work, then try putting a clean mouse pad under. The mouse. If that doesn't work, then follow the same steps above as if the mouse light isn't on. 3. If it appears that no USB mouse will work in the computer, shut down the computer and plug in a PS2 type mouse, has the round connector. Be sure to plug the PS2 mouse into the PS2 mouse port on the back of the computer. Monitor. Monitor is blank after starting computer. 1. Check to be sure that the monitor has power and that the light is on. 2. Check your cables connecting your monitor with your Computer Hardware and Networking Chapter 3. 7. Computer. 3. Make sure all connections are firm and properly in place before retrying to start computer. 4. Disconnect all devices except for the mouse, keyboard and monitor. Reboot computer to see if the issue is resolved. 5. Try connecting the monitor to a different PC using the problem monitor's video cable. If it still doesn't work, try the known good monitor's video cable. 6. Try unplugging the monitor's power cable, then wait about 20 or 30 seconds and plug it back in. 7. Try installing a separate graphics card in PCI Express slot. 8. If none of the above troubleshooting steps does not solve the issue, then it is likely that the monitor is bad and will need to be replaced. D. State the functions of the following layers of OSI reference model. I. Data link layer. 2. Transport layer. ANS. 3. Network layer. 4. Application layer. I. Data link layer. 1. Framing. 2. Physical addressing. 3. Flow control. 4. Error control. 5. Media access control. 6. Node-to-node delivery. 2. Transport layer. 1. Service point addressing. 2. Segmentation and reassembly. 3. Connection control. 4. Flow control. Flow control is performed end-to-end. 5. Error control. 3. Network layer. 1. Logical addressing. 2. Routing. 3. Congestion control. 4. Accounting and billing. 5. Address transformation. 6. Source host to destination host error-free delivery of packet. 4. Application layer. 1. Network virtual terminal. 2. File transfer access and management. 3. Mail services and directory services.